Hi Aries. Welcome into your video. I did buy a new microphone, guys. I haven't installed it yet because I've just been on the go. I haven't even been able to do other signs this week. I'm sorry. I will catch up starting next week. Okay, so I've been going to conventions basically, and I've been catching up on my spirituality side. I needed a timeout to learn some more good stuff, and so I could share it with you. Ooh, look at this. Okay. What's going on for Aries, please? The second week going into the third week of January. Second week, please. Second to third. What's the situation for Aries, please? Okay. I see some of you guys heavily burdened or working really, really hard. Oh. And a King of Cups, which is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It does not have to be a Cancer in particular, Pisces or Scorpio that you're dealing with, water sign. They have watery energy, meaning this can also be somebody that's emotionally available, emotionally mature. This person, I don't know if they're a burden to you or if they're working you to the bone and this happens to be your boss or this is like your person and there's some shit going on with this individual. I see you guys are trying to manifest something too because of the Magician at the bottom of the deck. Don't worry, the universe is going to get involved because you also have the Wheel of Fortune behind it. So, let's see what's going on here for you guys. Okay. So you're struggling a little bit here with someone or something. What's coming in towards my Aries, please? And this person has something to do with it. Okay, let's continue. So I already, wow. So I already see some like, the first card that came in was Justice and it was sideways. So a lot of you are thinking about your justice, okay? And justice comes to us in many forms. We have justice because maybe sometimes we're thinking about things being fair, balanced, honest, karma correction. We're like, well, what the fuck? Where is it fair for me here? It's not fair for me. Here I am constantly busting my ass. You know, hauling ass, and where's it getting me? It's at the back of your head. Sometimes it's quite literal. Some of you guys could be in court dealing with a certain situation. Now, moreover, why I'm saying all of this stuff is to you is because the Nine of Swords is here, and that's upright. The Nine of Swords talks about stress, anxiety, sleepless nights, things that we ruminate in our mind over and over again. So, for example, every sword represents something in your mind, like, oh my God, my family, oh my God, my job, what about my income and my finances? But this person is making it difficult for me, or what's going on with my kids? Everything represents a situation for you. So it's a big culmination in your mind. Okay, here is what makes it interesting. I keep seeing the difficulties, the hoops that you've got to jump over for the week as this reading is unfolding, but at the back of the deck, I keep seeing some good stuff trying to peek out. See, at the bottom of the deck, you have the Two of Cups, and right under that is the Sun. It's starting to make me feel like, Aries, you have a different dynamic on your hands, a different situation. But I don't know if some of you guys are taking your situation in your mind in a different kind of way. So, if I was to say to you guys, something's changed. You're looking at it as stressful. You're looking at it how it affects you or how it might affect your future. What if I was to say to you, let's change the objective. Let's change the way we see this thing. Because this King of Cups happens to be in the upright position, which means they're mature. They can listen to what you have to say, no matter how negative it is, or how scared you are to tell them, they're there to hear it. And maybe you think they're going to shit all over you. They'll be fair. All right? Because at the bottom of the deck, I also see the Two of Cups, which means a pairing, a coupling, soulmates, people getting together. And under that is the Sun, being happy with the Leo card. Some of you might have a new boss. Some of you might be in a new job. Some of you might have a promotion. You're dealing with different people. Maybe you're thinking of it as negative, but it might actually turn out to be very, very positive. All right, let's continue. What's coming towards my Aries, please? That they don't see coming, the surprise. Ooh. The Magician came out, the one that was at the bottom of the deck earlier. I know, Aries, when there's something you don't like, or you're not sure of, or you're wondering where it's going to go, you're action takers, and that's what you're going to do. Not only are you action takers, you're pivoters. You're going to pivot from your situation. You're going to say it once, you're going to say it twice, and if they don't hear you out, you're like, all right, I'm done explaining myself. I'm going to pivot. I'm going to go out this door. I'm going to find something better for myself because you didn't hear me the first or second time. I will not go to the third. Absolutely not, refuse. So with that said, I think you're trying to manifest. I'm not saying that's what's happening to you. I'm saying there's a scenario in your mind where you're trying to manifest a new situation and you're taking action behind it because you have the Magician. But I don't know if maybe even unbeknownst to you, you start taking actions with these wands. But these wands means that you're not just throwing like darts against the board. You're not just throwing shit out there. You're getting responses. You're getting feedback. You're getting something to hear so you know what to do in the direction you need to go in with this person or this job. Look at the Sun is still back there. And I shuffled the deck. I'm really liking it, Aries. I really am. I think you're taking all the big, fat, hard lessons of 2024 and you're applying them into 2025. You learned a lot about patience. You did. You learned that shit's not fair in life. You did. But now you know how to maneuver it with you putting your boundaries in a softer approach. All right. Or I could just be talking out of my ass. What do I know? But these are the feelings I'm getting from the cards. What is the advice here for Aries, please? All right, they're all coming out sideways, which I really don't want to see. I'm going to look at them. I'm going to put them back in. I'm going to reshuffle, and I want to see if the same cards come out. But looking at this stuff, it does tell me that you do need to seek some more. You need to get more counsel. You need to seek the other person, wait and see what they're going to do. You need to have strength to resist and maybe hold back from sharing a particular conversation or sharing your truths. Like, don't put all your cards on the table just yet. Invite somebody out to have a heartfelt conversation and then see where it goes. That's the vibe I'm getting from what fell out, but they were all sideways. So I don't want to think that this is just in your head. I want to know if this is the actual advice you should be taking. But it is good advice. I will say that. So, give me up or down, Spirit. Clear indication of the advice for Aries, please. Wow. So the Strength card did come out again. It is saying hold on, hold back, resist. Do not be impulsive. And the reason you shouldn't be impulsive is because you have options. The Seven of Cups. You might have a little bit of confusion, only because I think there's something going on in your world right now. And I don't know if you're in the middle of transition or somebody else's transition in your environment is affecting you. But you need to calm down. I'm not saying you're wild or crazy. I was just thinking of Taylor Swift and her song. But anyway, back at the ranch. You got the Virgo energy card with the Hermit card, where it's like making wise decisions, learning from all your lessons. The shit I just told you about 2024 lessons you're applying in 2025. They're like, yeah, do that. Stay calm, lay low, hold back, resist, make some wise decisions, really think about your options, and then go from there. Obviously, we're going to clarify, so we're going to see. Get yourself out of your headspace, all right, with this Eight of Swords in reverse, because this is mental jail, okay? So you want to release yourself from limiting beliefs. Okay? Do you know what limiting beliefs are? That you can't do something, that you won't do something, or it's never going to change, or I won't change. Those are limiting beliefs. Or saying that it's never going to change. It's hopeless. Well, maybe not. Have you, turned every stone? No. So just don't get yourself stuck in mental jail. And maybe you shouldn't put all your cards on the table just yet, because you do have to look at your options. What is the outcome of the week? Okay, this is going to be interesting. Hella interesting. Okay. With a slight warning. So this is the second court card of a king, which is the incoming energies for me and only for you two, because you're a large audience. Anyway, you're the queens, whether you're male or female. The King of Wands, and it's also in the upright position, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Does not have to be a fire sign, but this person represents somebody very fiery, very charismatic, very passionate, just very much like your energy. You have the Knight of Wands in reverse and the Moon, which is Pisces energy. Okay. The Knight of Wands in reverse discusses being sloppy at work, not crossing your T's, not dotting your I's. It doesn't have to be you, it could be the other person. It also refers to a one-night stand. It refers to one and done, in and out, never to return to the crime of the scene. Bye. That is the Knight of Wands. Doesn't think, doesn't do, just goes in, does whatever, leaves, doesn't come back. Sometimes doesn't come back. So in this case, maybe some of you guys have had a one-night stand with somebody and you don't know where it's going or what happened, or you're wondering what to do. Others of you, it could be at work where something impulsive was done, not clear. But the Moon is telling me that things are going on behind the scenes. Things you are not aware of. Some secrets. So we're going to clarify right now and see what's going on. All right, let's get to. By the way, why I was saying before, oh, this is so interesting and fascinating, is that the Empress is at the bottom of the deck. This is you knowing your worth and your value. But under it is the warning here, the Devil. Don't get caught on this situation where I almost want to say that's like somebody who's like on their high horse and refuses to give in or change or mold into a certain situation. So I'm not sure if this is really you or the person you're dealing with, but be careful of any kind of toxicity that is surrounding you. So yes, you might know your worth and your value. Yes, you are of Empress quality and worth. But there is something toxic around you. And if it's not around you, then it's here. So that's like something we want to be careful of. All right. Now let's truly continue. Page of Cups in reverse. Okay. I have the feeling that you did you heard something that was not good news or wasn't good for you or you didn't like. Okay. But still, let's go, because it just fell out and I like to read, flippers. So 10 of Wands and the King of Cups, please. All right, 3 of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles, more kings. You're dealing with a lot of people. 9 of Wands. Ooh, and the Queen of Pentacles. Ooh la la. Okay, well, in this case, when you have the King and Queen of Pentacles, 1, you're a set. 2, this is stability. 3, this is talking about having your shit together, your job, your finances, your money, your values, your goals, all of that. And you're a matching set, right? However, there are some boundaries. There are some things going on where like a give up kind of feeling. And Three of Pentacles, maybe having stalled or hitting a wall here with somebody. Where is it advancing? Is it advancing in regards to love? Some of you, it can be that you're involved now with two people. All right, third party situation. Others of you, you're just collaborating here. Bottom of the deck is the Two of Swords. That's the burden. The burden is you have to make a choice. And you've involved yourself in a situation where you kind of don't know what to do. Sorry, I'm getting a little warm. All right, let's continue. What is the Nine of Swords and the Justice, please? Wow, the Ten of Wands, the Emperor, and the Eight of Cups, and the Seven of Wands. You're either resisting something or defying something. You're defending yourself, basically. The Magician. I think a lot of you guys, wow, yeah, a lot of you are looking for new jobs, are trying to make more money, are trying to put yourselves out there to complete your happily ever after, whatever that is, your form of abundance, health, wealth, love, whatever. You're out there. You're in it to win it, okay? And you don't care how much you have to carry, but you are carrying a lot. Now, the Emperor talks about creating empires. That is an Aries card. That is you. And interestingly enough, this is why we have Empress at the bottom of the deck. Those two are power couples. Now you're alone. You're separated. You're walking away. This is the stress and the anxiety. You guys are going to be walking away from something that's not fair in your mind. All right? Because you're putting in a lot of work. You're doing all the heavy lifting and someone else is getting all the credit. So you're like, maybe I'm better off putting all this heavy work into myself. And I get to reap the rewards. Or a lot of you are just basically walking away from whatever this stress is because your inner peace is far more valuable to you. I see at the bottom of the deck the Seven of Wands. Defending yourself, defending your turf of resisting some bullshit. You are manifesting a new job, a new relationship, a new future. And you are going to start that new chapter. This is the bottom of the deck. So this is like coming weeks and months back here, okay? And then under that is the Ten of Pentacles. I think you busted your ass in 2024. I think you've been put through the ringer. And now that we are, Aries is sort of in their villain phase. They're like, yeah, I ain't taking no more shit. But you're coming off with a softer approach doing it because of what you learned from 2024. You get more bees with honey and you know this. So even if somebody's wrong, you know you don't need to fly off the handle because you lose the right to, say you're a victim. But if you freak out and you lose your shit on that person, you lost the right to be the victim. You get what I'm saying? So now you've learned that theory. So now you've learned how to approach a situation with your boundaries. But you're not going to take any shit. Absolutely not. So this is so exciting. Let's see what's going on. What is the Magician and the Eight of Wands here for Aries? I feel like some of you guys are thinking about investing and consider investing. That's also why I keep seeing the Magician over here. Because I'm also seeing the Magician with money, okay? Six of Pentacles. Wow. I love this. If this is work related, this is great. If this is love related, we'll go there in a second. You have two sixes. You know what I say about sixes, right? And here's our King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Some of you guys are going to get a new job, a promotion. I don't see new quite yet. So this is more like a promotion card. This is more like, sometimes it's even like pity money. Here's some pity money. But next to the Six of Wands, no. Here's the money for you being so successful, right? I think you're putting yourself out there. I think you're you're taking action, and whatever's going on, you're going to be successful. And that's the surprise. That's what you were not expecting. And this is what comes along. And then they come and say, because say they gave your promotion to somebody else, right? What I mean by pity money. Say they gave your promotion to somebody else who did not deserve it, who did not earn it, but you did, da 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 da. That person is probably aware of it. So they're giving you more money, and not the person who got the promotion. Person got the title, but you got the money. You get what I'm saying? So it's some kind of weird situation like that, because you're the one that's coming out successful. Others of you, you're just getting another job. You're putting yourself out there and you're getting feedback with the Eight of Wands. I think a lot of you are having conversations, just like in the way that I was just describing, you know, your boundaries, your worth, your value. And if it's not honored or accepted, you're making other people nervous because they don't want to lose you. And B, you're now confident enough to do that, to put yourself out there to find something else that's better for you, with success. And the sixes I like are because they're after the fives. The fives are difficult. The sixes is moving on from the difficult. Okay, advice please for Aries. Seven of Wands, Hermit, and Strength. Well, the devil did have to rear its ugly face. And there's the Five of Wands. Okay. All right. The Wheel of Fortune, the Devil. Two major arcanas. And they're juxtaposed from each other. That's the irony. The Devil, well, this is kind of good because it's in your advice position. So let's look at it like that, right? The devil talks about the toxic things around us, or the toxic people we allow into our lives, or our toxic thoughts, or our toxic patterns, right? So we're always working on our human construct. We're always looking at ourselves and we're saying, okay, what's the worst part of me? How can I clean it, right? Or what can I change about myself so I can bring on change into my life for my betterment? Why do I keep taking the same jobs or dealing with the same bosses? Or how come I never spoke up before? You're analyzing those things, or you should be, because this is advisory. You need to be looking at the toxic stuff right now. Who it is, what it is it you, is it them, is it your environment, how you can adjust, right? And the Wheel of Fortune, that's what's going to bring the change. That's what the universe is going to do and help you with. They're going to be like, okay, Aries is taking one step forward. I will give them two more to help them move this along. It's kind of like, this is a gross analogy, but I'm just going to say it because it's the best way I can describe it. Sometimes, like I was in the hospital once for a family member, and they had some sort of bacteria situation going on, so the doctor gave them medication. So all the bacteria was coming to the surface of the skin so it could come out and be cleaned because it was coming through the blood. It was nasty, I know, gross. But then it was clean. It was pure. It was healthy again. You get what I'm saying? You have to let the toxicity and the bacteria and all the grossness rise on up and out so you can clean it. Because if you don't, it will stay there. It will fester. And you don't want that. Especially when you have this Wheel of Fortune here where the universe is like, we're going to help you clean. We're your doctors. We want to help you clean. Let's do this, Aries. We got this. So you need to make wise choices by staying calm and quiet. You're going to have to resist some sort of shit and think about your options. What's best for you? Do you stay? Do you go? What do you do in this relationship? What do you do in this job? Things like that, right? Analyze the toxic, and then that's what's going to help you propel forward, and the universe is there to back you. All right, very good. Because at the bottom of the deck, you do have the Five of Wands, and those are the challenges. Those are the blocks, the obstacles, the arguments that we have. But I'm still going to take it as part of your advice, because sometimes you do need to just bring up certain issues, not in a pugnacious kind of way, meaning fighting kind of way, but in a way where you care enough to argue the situation instead of just blocking someone and walking away, right? We learned that from 2024. Now, moving on. Outcome. What is the Moon? The King of Wands and the Knight of Wands in reverse. totally happen to you guys, Aries, and I'm starting to feel like I think the universe did this to you on purpose because you are meant to transition in 2025. And once you're done with 2025, you're going to be a whole new person. And this is the person that's going to be the Aries for like the next decade, okay? So you're basically implementing shit from 2024. You're learning how to implement it into 2025, but you're transitioning as a person. I'm not saying that there's no gains. There's just going to be ups and downs for you, but a lot of gains because of the ups and downs. This is kind of like what I was putting on my Instagram channel the other day. Failure. Somebody said, oh, I'm just a failure. You're not a failure. Failure. Okay? We fail to be lured into somewhere else that brings you success. That's how it is. So, with that said, some of you guys feel left out in the cold. Broke, penniless, dumped by a relationship, or just like you're the outside person, or a loss of finances. But this is, what's it called? This is just showing me the clarifiers, all right? So it's not kind of, I feel like this is sort of feelings. Page of Cups, texting, small energy. You're getting tidbits. You don't know what to, but this is not bad news. This is sometimes an apology or just a little whisper down the lane of like, shit's okay. And the Hierophant, tradition. So it's like email, but doing something on a traditional scale. I don't know if somebody's being tacky and cheesy by like HR is emailing you instead of talking to you face to face, or a relationship and they're texting you instead of talking to you face to face. There is things going on behind the scenes that you do need to be prepared for, all right? Somebody made a stupid rash decision over here with the Knight of Wands in reverse. At the bottom of the deck, Seven of Cups. And under that, regret and loss. But then there's the Lovers. All right. Where is this leading? I'm not going to leave you with this cliffhanger, guys. Where is this leading, please? Queen of Wands. It leads, all roads lead back to you. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius card, but you are my queens. Everything leads back to you. Coming back to your roots. Coming back to feeling good in your own shoes, in your own skin again. Being that fiery, passionate, creative, zesty, lust for life Aries. Okay? The Sun. You don't need any more explanations from me, guys. Okay. Romance Angels. And this week I'm going to do a card from the Angels of Abundance. For those of you, we're going to get some advice on what to do with our abundance. Whatever abundance is for you. Trust. And very soon. You're going to have to make a choice very soon on pay attention to the red flags. Okay? That's why the devil was in your advice. Some of you have a person, you have to make a decision very soon what you're going to do with them. If some of you are on the precipice of walking out, staying, whatever, you need to do something quickly or decide very quickly, lest you lose it, okay? And trust. Whatever's going on right now is for your betterment, but we'll see in the extended. Now, over here, where are we? Oh no, no glasses. I need those. Angels of Abundance for Aries, please. I am going to pause you for a hot second to go get my glasses after I pull the card. Aries, please. Gratitude list. That's at the bottom of the deck, but never forget that. I'll talk about that in a minute. Savings. And that is going to be some incredibly important information I can only give you guys because you do have the Five of Pentacles at the outcome. So you better start saving. We'll see why it says that. And it's probably to make you feel more comfortable and confident. Hold on just a second. Okay, we are back. Savings. As you consistently save for your future is saved. You do your future self a big favor as you consistently set aside Present funds. This is part of your self-care and path to feeling secure as you focus upon your life purpose. Okay? So it's basically saying you need to stash some money right now so you can feel good and safe and secure with your future, right? It's kind of like saying have some fuck you money in the bank. Just use the French and the language, but you know, if you need to say screw you to a boss, you got a savings. All right, guys, that's what I have for you. Or God forbid something happens in your life and you need that cushion. Aries, I'll see you at Extended. Everyone else next week.